welcome everybody. Yes, it's the $20 Game Binge. So I was a bad boy, and for my first time ever, I went on the PlayStation Network, and I decided to purchase a game, which resulted in me actually buying, because the deals were so great on this sale, that I actually ended up purchasing 5 games. However, the total of these 5 games was just under 20 bucks. Yeah, you really can't beat that price. The first game here is Metro 2033, which is part of the Metro Redux package. And now we're seeing a scene or a clip from Metro Last Light. And both of these games are remastered in the Metro Redux package, and it was on sale for $5.99. So yeah, you can't beat that. And I had a great time. I made videos for both of these, and I ended up beating them both, and I really enjoyed them. So definitely worth $5.99. And then the third game I picked up, I have not played yet, and that is, yes, Rayman Legends, which I am waiting to play with my daughter. For now, it's just sitting on my machine, we'll see. And now, the fourth game, yes, Cluster Truck. Now, I have not played ever, or purchased ever before, any of the indie games, because, you know, like Super Meat Boy and all that stuff, it just looked way too hard. And unfortunately, this game, by level 3-9, just becomes impossible. You have to do perfect jumping, and you have to land on the trucks. You know, that's difficult enough, but if you see that big line, that white thing coming down up in the sky there, that's an ice chunk. So not only do you have to do this one perfectly, but you have to do it at maximum speed and make it to the front truck. And I've played it, like I said, about 100 times, and I've made it to the ice chunk, and in each of those times, I never saw, except once, a truck make it past the chunk. So I don't know why the spike is so hard. And speaking of difficulty spikes, yes, Save the Ninja Clan. Here's the other indie game I played, and I raved about this one. I loved it. And here we are, again, at level 20, appropriately called Suicide City. Yes, and here we go. Talk about coming to frustrating and impossible levels. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if you know, because I beat the other 2 games and I don't want to play Rayman yet, but the 2 games I'm left with, I just can't seem to beat. And I'm going to keep playing them every night as much as I can, but I mean, again, with this one, it took 500 to 100 times just to figure out, well, probably like 50 times to just figure out the room. But then when you get out of the room, you have no control. Watch this. When you hit this fan, there's no control. Boom. Dead. That's it. And, you know, everybody's got their own preference. I love me some Sonic the Hedgehog. I was able to beat that in like one night a long time ago when I was crazy young. But, you know, Mario Brothers and a lot of those games were really hard, almost impossible for me, which is why I never picked up Super Meat Boy or any of that other stuff. Now look at the fan once again. No control, dead. Alright, so it says attempt number 4 there, but again, I'm playing these every night for about 10 minutes. I'm giving them a chance. Yeah, look at that. Dead again. And I'm going to keep doing that, but they're getting to the point where they're hard to deal with, and I'm just gonna have to start playing something else, or my night will just be filled with frustration. So here we go again, jumping into the fan. Now thankfully this game has glitches that can help you beat certain levels, and it took me forever to see this, but here on this playthrough you can see I finally found it, that weird wall there with the spikes moving, and you can always tell a glitch because everything's moving like that. And you can see the controller guy up on the right hand corner saying, "You keep throwing yourself into these spikes. Do you really hate that level that much?" And he says, "I can't take this anymore. Here's a new level." Thank you, programmer man. You've given us a new level. Yeah, let's try it out. See how it works for us. Okay. Now, after 18 playthroughs of that, 18. Thanks, programmer. You really helped me out. Much easier. But, you gotta keep trying. But again, when a game goes from hard to impossible, the fun factor really starts to wear off. But here we go. I made it on that playthrough. And what am I gifted with? Yes, a boss fight. Okay, now I cut this down because this was like 30 minutes long, but I played this boss again 50 times, I think. And it's all a timing issue, but you have to do it perfect. And you have to move through everything perfectly, and they don't just reboot you right where you died, which would be a better method. But you see there's the 2 jumps, so that's the method of doing this. But if you look up, there's those blades coming down, too. And I got as far as those blades coming right down on my head before I kind of just gave up again. So yeah, I will keep playing each of these games 10 minutes a night, but I just had to move on to another game. So I don't know if this is a bad review or a good review, but I was always kind of afraid of indie games for this fact, and they kind of proved me right. But I still love them both. Dork points earned! Yes, that was $20 Game Binge. 5 games for $20, and this one was more of a review. The other videos for these games have kind of been highlights. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I promise I will have a Rayman Legends episode coming soon, hopefully with me and Charlie playing alongside each other. But until then, have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.